too. So the window is not to be used right.
Drive-through is not to be permitted because of the issues of
I know that's been an issue before.
So they can use it as long as they don't sell alcohol out of it?
As long as they don't sell alcohol out of the drive-through.
Okay. Because a lot of gas stations have the drive-through window. Sorry.
Y'all have anything to add? Y'all the owners, I take it? If you'll come up and give your name and address, sir.
Yeah, this is Mohammed Rahman, 604 Ash Street, Polk, Texas. I wasn't sure, but I think I got it clear that I can't sell alcohol through drive-through, but still I can have an active drive-through. Because we're planning to get the kitchen a little bit more rolling. We're trying to get back the pizza brand, probably Hunt's brother. We're trying to get a chicken brand. So drive-through is going to be a really important element for the business.
I think what we talked about the other night, you would do that on the opposite side, and that would be a different permit.
That's what I was saying. I didn't think planning and zoning approved the use of the drive-through window.
No, they didn't approve the use of it.
I know in the past, Lions Club and some of the other neighbors were against using the drive-through at that location.
Because of the traffic and they did the same thing this time. They issued us notice of that. Matter of fact, came up and visited with me about it. And that's the reason why that it's brought out that way. It's never been allowed because of traffic. But if you looked at something for a pizza place on the east side, is what I had talked to them about, I don't see that that would be a problem. But that would be on the opposite side of the building.
The east side of the opposite?
The west side, I'm sorry.
The west side, I don't know what.
The one on the east side is the one that's not permitted.
Is there room to go around on the west side?
Is there room on the west side?
They're gonna have to make some alteration changes, and that was...
I have some questions, if y'all don't mind. First, how does this affect the Lions Club?
Because the traffic used to back up in their parking lot
Okay.
when they had events and stuff.
I have just one data to share. And yesterday's number, we serve 182 customers. I believe at least more than 50% was gas. So we serve like, say, 100 customers. So I'm talking back to that traffic thing. Our store is open for 16 hours. So if we divide it 16 by, say, 100, we're looking at like 10 customers per hour, and that, I don't believe, gonna make any impact on that traffic of that road. That's one thing. And another thing, yes, on the planning commission we talked about, like on the meeting, that required a huge amount of investment to alter that, like the whole building, and make a drive-through from another side. So I don't know, like whether I have to raise it as a different agenda and come through the planning commission, or I just need some guidance because we're paying we purchased the gas station today. So today was the day we signed it. So we're paying new, we don't know the system, we've never been through the city like this, so we need the guidelines. So it seems like we need a different agenda, but that's one of the things I just want to draw the attention. If you have like 10, 12 cars, 15 cars per hour, we're not a McDonald's, or we're not a like Chick-fil-A that has a full of drive-through. So it really, or another option could be like the city can grant us for 6 months just as a monitoring and have the right to, revoke it if there's an option. I'm just saying that way we can also feel and you can also see if there is any mess going around. But definitely with the alcohol, we're going to make sure that there's no alcohol sold through the drive-through.
So I think the answer is yes, he needs to go back to the P&Z, right, Marvin?
If he wants to have the drive-through win, or you can make that decision with a 4 vote here tonight. It's up to the council.
Right, but generally, we would prefer not to overrule our or to exclude our P and Z. That, however, and I don't know if anyone was here when this traffic issue was there, but, you know, my impression, the number of people attending Lions Club is not the same as it was back when this was an issue, and there are people there on Tuesday nights.
Well, I can tell you, I've been to a couple meetings recently, and yes, well, it varies a lot. Their regular meeting is probably a dozen people. They do have events where it's quite a bit bigger than that.
They're renting the facility out, you mean?
Well, they do that as well, but I'm talking about even with the Lions Club. They have a district meeting coming up that's gonna have 200 people from all over the state come here. I don't know what those issues were. All I know is that Jim Byron has called me a dozen times thinking that something was gonna happen to that building and making sure. I'm like, I don't even have anything to do with him.
Their deal was they would use their parking lot to turn around to be able to come up into the drive-through.
I don't see a reason like why they're gonna use the, like, lines.
To make that big swing.
To make the big swing to turn around. You can't be in the street and then make that turn.
What we can do is make an adjustment on the entrance so they don't have to make a big swing, make it more, you know.
That's why you need to go back before planning and zoning.
Okay, okay.
But you'll need to have some kind of plan to show that.
Steve, what was that?
The biggest problem you're gonna have over there is the gas thing, they're riding that log bed over there.
As far as cutting it out to make it change, they got gas things.
The gas storage tanks are over there.
Oh, on the drive-through area?
Yes.
I'd be happy to help you talk to the Lions Club to try to get them on your side, because I think probably everybody would go with it if they were happy, right?
I didn't know in the past with previous owners, that was a big,
To be honest,
they were very vocal about that.
after my knowledge, the business was closed for a while, until like probably a couple of years back, the gentleman decided to open it back, and it's still growing, so probably even that gentleman, the moment he bought it, his plan messed up, and he decided that I'm gonna sell it. So no one really focused on the drive-through. And now since we are trying to, you know, grow it, that's why we are really kind of emphasizing on that element, to be honest.
I'm afraid a restaurant won't make it there, or food won't really make it there unless they do have access to a drive-through. And that is a huge convenience that we don't have around here, is to be able to drive up and get stuff. I find it very interesting that a person can get out of their car and walk in and buy some alcohol, but they can't drive through and have that alcohol placed in their car. I really think that's kind of just...
Yeah.
Me, the alcohol's not the issue, it was about the drive-through.
No, she was saying that we can't, if I'm gonna order food, yeah. I don't get my alcohol. Yeah, you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, but I do think it's very possible, and I don't, I think we have to look careful look at, not Grooves, the other burger place. And how many times you have to twist and turn to get up to their building to, not Grumps, the, Jay Pasa.
Yeah.
And so I think we have to realize the circumstances that our locked-in buildings have when we're allowing new people to come in and improve their businesses. And I also agree with the fact that the Lions Club is not used like it used to be, so it may not be as much of a factor. But then there's also that mutual respect there with your neighbors that you have to have. So I think there's a lot we have to think about, but you said the first step is to go back to P&Z, do some replanning. But that
It's in our interest for you to be able to sell more. The more pizza you sell, the more sales tax it generates, which helps the city
But keep
overall.
in mind,
We had their...
without an alcohol license, and you can't get one without the city signs it off of an SUP.
But we can permit
You
that.
can't sell alcohol.
No.
Okay.
So this is done.
But, could we,
We can, with a management contract, and I think that's, like, I can still use the old permit while waiting for the new one.
No, that is not your name. Can't transfer it like that.
No, that's why it has a management contract option. And I don't know if that city has a special rules, but that's not the only gas station we have, and we've been